Did you know your business can honor God while transforming lives around the world? Welcome to the IBAM Biblical Entrepreneurship Show, the weekly podcast that inspires and equips Christian entrepreneurs to build sustainable businesses that glorify God and uplift impoverished communities. At IBAM, our mission is built on the three fish metaphor. Give a fish. We provide startup loans to launch businesses. Teach to fish. We offer entrepreneur training for lasting growth. Equip for discipleship. We empower discipleship to multiply impact. Join IBAM's founder, Steve Adams, as he shares powerful solo episodes and expert interviews filled with mentorship, insights, and real-life stories of how biblical entrepreneurship is advancing the Great Commission. Subscribe now and get ready to be inspired, equipped, and empowered to make an eternal impact.
Kingdom economics, the difference between a handout and a hand-up. Welcome to today's session, Kingdom economics, the difference between a handout and a hand-up. Have you ever wondered why some solutions to poverty seem to create more problems? Why do handouts often feel like they're not enough? At IBAM, we believe in a better way, a kingdom way. It's called kingdom economics, and it's about moving from short-term relief to long-term transformation. In today's session, we'll explore 1. The difference between a handout and a hand-up. 2. How kingdom entrepreneurship creates lasting change. 3. Real stories of transformation. 4. How you can play a role in this incredible mission. By the end of this, you'll see how faith, business, and generosity come together to break cycles of poverty and build God's kingdom. Let's start with the idea of a handout. Handouts are important in emergencies, like disaster relief or feeding the hungry. They provide immediate help when people are in crisis. But here's the problem. Handouts alone don't solve the root causes of poverty. Examples. A handout gives food for today, but it doesn't teach someone how to grow their own crops. A handout pays for a temporary need, but it doesn't create long-term opportunity. Handouts are like putting a bandage on a wound without addressing what caused it in the first place. At IBAM, we believe it's time to think beyond relief. While handouts meet short-term needs, a hand-up is about empowerment, helping people rise out of poverty for good. So, what's a hand-up? A hand-up is about providing opportunity, not just charity. It's about equipping people with tools, skills, and resources to build a better future for themselves and their families. In kingdom economics, a hand-up looks like this. 1. Training, teaching people practical business skills like budgeting, marketing, and leadership. 2. Small loans, providing the financial resources to start a business. 3. Mentorship, walking alongside entrepreneurs as they grow, offering guidance and encouragement. Why kingdom entrepreneurship works. Why does kingdom entrepreneurship work so well? Because it's rooted in biblical principles. God designed us to work, create, and steward the resources He's given us. In Genesis 2:15, it says, "The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it." Work isn't a punishment. It's part of God's plan for flourishing. Here's why kingdom entrepreneurship is different from traditional charity. It restores dignity. People find purpose and value in creating something meaningful. It creates jobs. Entrepreneurs don't just provide for their families. They create opportunities for others. It spreads the gospel. Businesses become mission fields where God's love is shared through actions and words. An entrepreneur in Central Asia started with a small coffee cart. With IBAM's support, she grew her business into 5 coffee shops. But her impact didn't stop there. She uses her shops as spaces for Bible studies and discipleship. Through her business, she's reaching people who might never step into a church. This is kingdom economics in action, building businesses that bless communities and expand God's kingdom. Let me share a few more stories of transformation. 1. Patience's poultry farm in Uganda. Patience started with a small loan and training from IBAM. Today, her farm feeds her family, pays for her kids' education, and employs 2 other families in her village. 2. Sarah's tailoring shop in Uganda. Sarah used to rely on handouts to survive. Now, she runs a tailoring business that not only supports her family but also trains other women to sew. 3. John's logistics business in Kenya. John's business employs 15 people and funds weekly prayer meetings at work. His business has become a hub for discipleship in his community. Each of these stories shows the power of a hand up, not just to change one life, but to transform entire families and communities. How you can help. So, how can you be part of this incredible mission? Here are 3 simple ways to make a difference. 1. Give monthly. For as little as $10 a month, you can provide training and resources to an entrepreneur in need. 2. Pray. Lift up these entrepreneurs and their families in prayer. Your prayers are powerful and impactful. 3. Spread the word. Share the mission of IBAM with your friends, family, and church. Together, we can create ripples of change. Think of your gift as planting a seed in a dry field. That seed grows into a tree that provides fruit, shade, and shelter for generations. Visit ibam.org today to join the movement. Together, we can give hand-ups, not just handouts, and create legacies of hope. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you've seen the difference between a handout and a hand-up and why kingdom economics works. When we give people the tools to succeed, we're not just helping them survive, we're helping them thrive. Let's work together to transform lives, break poverty cycles, and build God's kingdom. Until next time, God bless you, and let's keep making an impact.
Listening to the International Business as Mission podcast, a space where we explore how to build businesses rooted in biblical principles that create global impact. But we're not just here to talk. We're taking action to spread entrepreneurship to poverty-stricken communities around the world. Our mission is to be the catalyst that empowers people to build sustainable livelihoods and break the cycle of poverty. We follow the 3 fish principle. Give a fish, providing startup loans to empower entrepreneurs. 2. Teach to fish, offering entrepreneurial training for sustainable business practices. And 3. Equip for disciple-making, building a community that supports spiritual growth alongside business success. This is life-changing work, but we can't do it alone. We need passionate impact partners like you to join us on this mission. By becoming a donor, your generous gift will directly fund the establishment of new businesses that provide dignified work and hope. Just imagine, your donation could help a single mother in rural Africa start a small farming venture that allows her to feed her children and send them to school. Or a young man in Southeast Asia to launch a small business, breaking the chains of generational poverty. This is the power of entrepreneurship as a force for good. Will you join us in unleashing it? Go to ibam.org now to start impacting lives through the transformative power of business as mission. Together, we can create a world of flourishing.